It's time for the Talking Habs membership drive with your hosts, me and Matt. Matt should be in here in a bit. Hey, everybody, welcome to Talking Habs membership drive. Let me just turn on it's on Facebook tonight as well. Last time
Drive?
but
Let me just turn on.
yeah, it's behind. I gotta turn the sound off. There we go. All right, so how's everybody doing? Let's see who's here. We got 4 people in the room, and if I can get my mouse in the right spot, I can see who's here. Let's see, Franco, how's it going, buddy? Here's a clip of Matthews swung over the bench upside down, holding his head. Okay, well, yeah, it didn't show up as a. It didn't show up as a link. Harry Rice, how's it going? I'll check it out after. I'll copy down the link, but it's not highlighted. So, when you have that, you can put the link in the private chat part. I don't know if you guys have access to that, to be honest with you. So yeah, maybe not. Franco, though, as a mod, you should have access to the private chat. So you can always put a link there for me to check out because it'll show up as a link there, where it won't here. Because I don't think I allow them. I think that's what it is. I don't allow links in the chat, I think that's what it is. So how's everybody doing? Kind of crappy game last night. I just finished a video about, it's called, I want to actually, there's 4 people here. 5 people. Give me your opinion on this thumbnail. Is this a good thumbnail in your opinions? I'll let it sit there for a minute. I love that thumbnail, actually. So I'm biased, though, because I made it. What do you guys think of that thumbnail? I really appreciate your opinion. Franco, maybe it's me that's not allowing it on mine. I don't know. Hey, Habs Guru, how's it going? Robert Dario, how's it going? Hockey Fan Guy, how's it going? ASE, same question. So what's wrong with the Habs? Don't get me wrong. I'm loving it. I know you're loving it. Well, I since I just finished the video, I don't want to reveal everything. You're gonna have to wait for the video. It'll be out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow at some point. I'm editing it in the morning, or I'll be editing it tonight. I'm not sure, but I just finished it 20 minutes before I came on here. So, yeah. Harry likes the thumbnail. Thanks, Harry. Pretty accurate. No, but I mean, like, would that make you click on a thumbnail like that? I'm trying to up my thumbnail game. I'm using a different place to make just thumbnails right now, and considering maybe actually paying for the service to get even, better stuff for it. So, hey, Lucas, how's it going, man? So yeah, I mean, yeah, so hopefully that's a good thumbnail. Anyway, I was looking at other people's thumbnails, and I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, I saw some stuff that had cartoon characters in it. I really liked it. That's my version of it. So, hey, everybody, if you're watching out on the Facebook, there could be some people because there's now, I think there's like 8 people over there. So I've got a new page on Facebook. It is called Talking Habs. So you just type in Talking Habs, and it should show you that page. If you want to become a member over there, it's just become a friend the page, send a friend request. We will accept it. And then when, maybe you want to watch over there on Facebook, or we'll be having more things happening over there on Facebook than I've had happen in the past. I don't know why I'm looking there. The camera's over there. Yeah, check that out. And yeah, send a friend request, and we'll give you one back. Because right now, I get a lot of requests from viewers, I guess, on my personal Facebook page, and I don't really want to have all kinds of people I don't know over there. So it's my personal page. So I've created this, and we're going to start doing more. There will be a link again for the Discord. We're going to start having a little more presence on Discord. So hopefully you guys will do that. There's a bunch of you guys that are in there still already. So just to let you know, Discord is going to be started up again. And yeah, we'll spend some time in there too. Hey, Lucas, thanks. Yeah, I mean, got to change with the times. This with the lights there, that's for short video, for short live streams, like the pregame show, something like this. But yeah, I can't do games like this. I don't trust those lights. They're from the dollar store, but they're good. I can get the red and the blue, so I like it. But thanks, I appreciate that. Trying to work. I got the Koivu sweater hung up behind me. It's kind of was folded, so it's kind of got to sort of settle down. The it's an old sweater, so the it's I don't think it's sewed on. I think they're decals, and yeah, they kind of have to come out and whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Harry, yeah, I'm gonna have. I forgot to put the the link. I'm sorry. I used to have it on there, but then I wasn't in there, so I took it off. But I'll get it back in there, and definitely I'm starting to work on that now. So give it just a little bit, and yeah, I'll be in there. I'll try to make at least one day a week where I'm definitely in there, and we'll have a chat, maybe do a live stream or something in there. Yeah, no. Well, Lucas, aren't you already? Or maybe it's not you. I wasn't it you I was talking to. Maybe not. I don't know. There's another guy with the same name, very similar name to yours that I was talking to. So I thought it was you, but no problem. Like I said, I'll get the link in there. So hopefully Matt will show up. I don't know. He told me he'd be here. I sent him a link. Don't know. So what do I have for you guys? Let's see what I got here. We have a this I'll show you. There's a new. Well, I'll show you this. So the news today: Montreal Canadiens head coach Dom Ducharme shuffled his lineup at practice. Like, wow! Who would have thought that he would do that? So it's after this 4-game losing streak. So the only line to stay intact is the Devo line: Dvorak, Drouin, and Anderson. They remain intact. Suzuki now has Hoffman on his wings. Now remember, this is in practice, so we're not sure for sure what'll be in the game. And Perreault, third line with Toffoli and Caulfield on his wings. Fourth line will be some made up of Lehkonen, Evans, Paquette, Brooks, Armia, 3 of those guys in some combination. And then on defense, it's interesting. So Romanov is now playing with Savard, and Sherratt is now paired up with Weidman. And Petrie and I'll say this way, Kulak and Niku were rotating with Petrie. So we're going to see what they're doing. We're going to see it's a different lineup, and it should be kind of interesting to see what if they can turn it around at all. I'm just not sure. Yes, Lucas, that's right. I thought it was you. Yeah. But how are you not in the server? That's where we were talking. It was in Discord. No? Harry doesn't like the Toffoli Perreault Caulfield line. Me neither, really. You know, they need someone like Drew on their line to really get them both going. Your opinion? I'm just worried about, like, for Caulfield. I think it could be good. I'm just worried about his confidence level. He didn't look like he had a lot of confidence last night. I'm worried that no, I'm confident. I think it could be good in that it's less responsibility, less pressure for Caulfield. Maybe start the season on a line that's less pressure on it. Because it seems like, listen, he was really good in the first 3 games. He didn't connect, but I thought he was good. Last night, bobbled the puck when the puck hit his stick. Shots were off. He just didn't look as good confidence-wise. So, yeah, I don't like Perreault in the middle there. You know, that's, I think, but I think that's because Evans is out right now. I don't know what the injury is. I don't know if it's an injury. So we'll find out tomorrow, but that was in practice. So, hey, Dixon, how's it going, man? Grimes, how's it going? Oh, well, Lucas, that was on I was in Discord. I was in Discord when we were talking, so yeah. So I guess it's hooked up. I don't know. I don't understand Discord completely right now. When I go back on there, I'll make sure I search out. I thought I sent you a friend request there for it, so you should have got one. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm still learning. Sherrod Wideman will be officially the worst duo on defense in the league. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be scary. Harry, it might though. It might. And you know what was interesting about that? I wonder if I put these in. I thought I did. Let me see if I did. Yeah. So here, we were talking about this. It's been a long time since this is Arpin Basu. He's a writer. Since I've seen the Bell Center this empty 8 minutes into a game. Remember, we were talking about it, that it was pretty empty. So this was the attendance, 16,095. That is from a capacity of, it's over 21,000 is the capacity. So we're not Leafs fans because, look, 4 games into the season, Montreal's kind of protesting already with the staying away and not attending the games because it's garbage, right? So, yeah, attendance is down already. So pressure's on. Another thing, the last time Montreal went 0-5, started the season was 95 and 96, and they made the playoffs. So it's a long time ago, less teams in the league. Does it mean anything? No, it doesn't mean that they'll make the playoffs if they go 0-5, but they did go 0-5 once and make the playoffs. So, whoops, didn't mean to click on that. We'll kind of see what's going to happen. Oh, look, it was Discord Direct. Yeah, okay, it was on Discord. Anyways, I'll see what I can do to get you on the server. How's it look? It's telling me now that I'm watching a live video. Oh, wow, I couldn't have figured that out. It's funny how it's yeah, it's about 3 seconds slower than it was. All right, so it's a membership drive video. So if you would like to take a membership, I guess I should kind of I promote myself a little bit. Like if I'm not going to promote myself, who will, right? So what do I got here? Do I have anything? Let's see. Hold your ears. Plug your ears.
We want you to become a member of Talking Habs.
So yes, if you would like to become a member of Talking Habs, there's a button underneath the window when you're watching it on desktop or laptop. It says join. And if you're on a phone, I'm not sure where, but look for the join button. If you press that, it gives you all the instructions, and membership start as low as $1.99. Cheaper than a hamburger. Wow. Don't know. So, yeah, if you want to considering doing that, please do that. If you do take a membership, you will get entered into the giveaway for a hat just like this. This is the next giveaway. And that'll be done probably within a month. And, yeah, so the giveaway, every membership gets an entry. So even every month, if you keep the membership for the next month's membership gets you in to the giveaway. So every month. So, yeah, there you go. So before I babble too much, yeah, that's what's up. And what else I got to show you guys? I don't know what I got to show you. Spark it up and let's see what we got. I'm not sure what to do with the younger generation. Matt's not on time. I know he's never on time. What do I do with a young man that's not on time? I'm easy about it. I mean, it's okay, but first time in French history we started 4. What is that? 4 L's. Okay, I got it now. 4 L's and 3 goals in franchise history. I'm reading really well today. I get speaking that English. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know what the word. I don't even have words for it. How it's that. That's what it is. It's indescribable. Quinn, if I had the answer to that, Oh man, would Jeff Molson want to sign me to a contract? Well, I don't have the answer, unfortunately. Loss of leadership. I think it's a lot to do with that. They need to find a new leadership group or dynamic on the team. I think that's really a lot of what we're seeing. There's a lot of leadership that's gone right now from that team, and I think they got to find a new way, a new dynamic, a new whatever of leadership, because I think that's really the biggest problem here. If this really does keep up for a long time, though, I mean, you got to question the coaching. I'm not questioning it now. It's only 4 games in, but it depends how long this goes. But really, leadership, and so the players have to work this out and get better along with the coaching. But I mean, the players really need to dig deep and work this out. And listen, JFed, you're not wrong, of course. It's 4 games in, and I have been saying this all at the same time, right? It's 4 games in. That's it, right? You got to give it 10 games as a minimum, really, before you start to panic at all. You got to really give it 10 games. Is it worrisome? Absolutely. Yeah. So that's why on the thumbnail I showed you, they're not pressing the panic button yet, but they're getting there. But yeah, we still have some evaluation to go. And Bergevin was asked today. He had a little press conference, and he was asked about any movement, and he said no, he's not making a move just to make a move. So, like I said, it's not time for a trade yet, and they're not going to make one. Hey, Bob, how's it going, man? Got to dock his pay, yeah. But like what? That means he'll have to pay me money then. Oh, that's what it is. I'll say, okay, when he comes in, okay, Matt, you owe me $5 for being late. Because like he doesn't get any pay, so I get barely any pay, so he's not getting any right now, not yet. But I mean, hopefully we'll build it up. Yeah, Quinn, exactly. Like 0-4 is kind of they should have a win here, like against Buffalo. Although look, Buffalo's 3-0, so. But see, this is the kind of thing, right? You don't expect Buffalo to go. They're 3-0. You don't expect that to really last, right? So it's all going to level out again. Montreal will start winning. They'll get to where they're supposed to be. I don't think they're supposed to be at the bottom of the league. They're literally last place right now, and that's just it's kind of unacceptable. But it means 4 games in. Harry, it is possible that it's Ducharme, but again, it's too early to say that and blame him, right? It's like if I'm going to say it's not, you got to give these guys still some more time. Well, the same thing goes for the coach, right? That's why Matt was saying, I guess, American Thanksgiving, maybe it wasn't Matt, but American Thanksgiving is usually around when they evaluate the teams. And they see if they need to make any moves. That's when they start. So it's still a month away. Dixon, exactly. Like things go from bad to worse. So Edmondson, who is out with an injury but should be back anytime. But now his dad's was diagnosed with lung cancer last year. And I guess things might have taken a turn for the worse because he's back home on a leave of absence for family reasons, and with no timeline for a return. So yeah, I mean it's hard on the team, but obviously any of us would be doing the same thing. So yeah, it just but my thoughts go out to him because this is a tough time. So he's out on leave. I think they announced it today that it's an official leave of absence now. Yeah, Bob, exactly. So right, it's they got to find a new leadership dynamic for this season. Because listen, Weber's not coming back. Price is going to be out for a little while. That's a whole hell of a lot of leadership that's out of that dressing room right there. So They got to find a new way to replace that. And, more than likely, they can't really replace all of it, but, they got to find a new dynamic. I don't watch any baseball. I never watch baseball anymore since the Expos left. Now, if the Expos come back, different story. Jay Fedenoa is kidding around. He's probably watching Red Sox. No, that's what he's doing. If the Red Sox are on, that's what he's doing. I don't blame him. I mean, he's a big Red Sox fan. They're trying to get into the World Series, so they got hammered 9-1. Maybe he's sad and he doesn't want to come on because he's sad. Sean says, I think Weidman should go the F back to the KHL, get some big young guys up. He is sad on defense. He is. At least, if he had some size to him too, that would go a little bit of way to say, okay, but at least he's got some size. But man, 5-on-5, not very good. And when you don't have any physicality to push guys out of the way, at least in front of the net, to win a puck battle along the board, he can't do that either. So he's strictly like a power play guy. Unless you're going to carry 7 guys every game on defense, he's got to play some 5-on-5 and some actual defense, and that's going to hurt. Harry says, I find it weird people expecting Weidman to be great defensively without realizing he is a power play specialist with good offense. Pretty much Eric Gustafson without a 60-point season under his belt. Well, yeah, no, exactly. But how do you carry a power play specialist on a team that's kind of weak on defense right now, especially right now, right? You can't. So for me, the only reason Niku isn't in the lineup and isn't being mentioned as, he's going to be a partner to somebody for sure, he might not be 100% ready. But I think when he's 100% ready, he's got to go in there and Weidman's got to come out. And then, as soon as Edmondson gets back, whenever it is, but I mean, you know what? Got to take Edmondson out of the thought process right now. It could be a while that he's out, and we don't know. So you got to they've got to do this without him there right now. So Dixon, yeah, he's too small. He's a slightly bigger Victor Mete, like maybe by an inch, but he's basically a slight upgrade over Mete, and I think Mete was better defensively. So maybe not even an upgrade at all over Mete. So, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a long season, man. Unless they start. Listen, they're last in the league. They can't go down anymore. They gotta start coming. I hope they don't go sideways though, and just maintain bottom of the barrel. There's a reason Weidman's in the KHL, but as a 6 or 7 D, he is who he is. Problems show our depth on D and lack of production on D. Yeah, no, it's right. He had a good KHL season. Didn't mean it was going to translate to the NHL. And I mean, look, again, it's 4 games in for him as well. So that you got to give that. It's only fair, but I don't see that changing with him. So, and when he was in the NHL, his numbers weren't good. So, Weidman's a bit of a stopgap solution and will be replaced or put on waivers once Eddie gets back. Yeah, well, Well, I hope Niku plays better than Weidman, so that it's Weidman that's going to go on waivers when Eddie gets back, and then he'll go to the minors, and we'll get cap relief, and that's what's going to happen. Hey, NHL, how's it going, man? Andrew, good to see you too, man. It's not hard to believe. It just was it's hard to believe we made it to the finals so that we had that short offseason, even shorter than everybody else. But, I mean, it's just, it's kind of daunting at the beginning of the season, 82 games for doing this. It just seems like a lot, that's all. But no, it's not hard to believe. It's hard to believe how Montreal's playing. That's really hard to believe. We're tanking for right. If you finish last in the league and that means okay, well you're getting the first pick and it's like guaranteed, okay, but it's not. So I don't know that they're tanking for right. They could get second pick, they could get third, even if they finish last. So is tanking really a good idea? Not really. Not if you're after one specific player, which would be the first overall pick. It's not a good idea. So I think they're inadvertently tanking, but I don't think they're tanking on purpose. They're not tanking on purpose. Love to have Shane. I'd love to have the kid too, but with no guarantee to get him, that doesn't make sense to do that. Yeah, Weber apparently he's not training. He is doing rehab. He's in rehab mode. So the thoughts that Weber might be coming back, it's way too early to even think that. And, if you start to see Weber in the new year, sometime early in the new year, starting to train, then maybe we'll have that rumor that he might be back for the playoffs. But he's in rehab mode. He's not training, so. He ain't coming back. He's not going to be a savior right now. Who should Montreal look to acquire via trade? Right now, nobody. Nobody. It's too early for trades. It's too early. If you're trading, you're trading blind because you don't yet know for sure what you've got. I don't care how bad it looks, and it doesn't look good, and I'm not happy, but I don't care how bad this looks. 4 games in, you can't evaluate this team. You can't. Nope. And especially with all the injuries and all that, you can't. There's not a point where you can really evaluate the team. So are there going to be any trades? No, not yet. Ask me again in 10 games, when we're at maybe 15 games in. Then, there's a possibility because you can start evaluating the team you've got, but not till then. Come on. You're watching the Boston Philly game. What are you talking about? That NHL, J-Fed, or are you talking about Junior? Those names are all good. Definitely. There's some good names. I'm not saying there's not going to be good players if they finish low. I'm just saying if you're tanking because you want first pick, you're not guaranteed that in any way. There's no way to guarantee it. That's what I'm saying. NHL, we all hope the best for Weber, obviously, Hey, listen, I hope they're doing a Kucherov and Weber comes back in the playoffs if we make the playoffs. The way it's looking now, talking about making the playoffs seems really ridiculous, but I hope that's what's happening. But, even then, right, no guarantee that they're going to make – it's not like you can look at this team and say, well, they'll make the playoffs, so maybe Weber will be back. You can't look at it like that. Bob, I don't think MB's gonna really bow to that. I honestly think Caulfield deserves to be here. Could he play his way back to the AHL? Sure, he could. But did he deserve to get the start the season here? Absolutely. I don't think that's a panic move. Even Romanov, I think he's playing better than he did last year. I don't think there's any panic moves there. So, yeah, I think they're fine. Why should there be pressure at this point now to win? The longer this losing streak goes, the less pressure there's going to be to win because you're digging such a hole. Until you can get yourself out of that hole, you can't even think about winning. People have said trade for Dylan Strome in a third-line center role if we're, say, 4-5-1 in the next 4-5-1 in the next few games, then I love him. If the price isn't too much, I think we'd work well there. But yeah, again, in 10 more games, you got to give it another 10 games before you're looking at trading guys. Oh, it's a free preview. Okay. I don't have cable, so. Sean asks, what the hell has he done on the power play? We're 13-0. Come Come on, it's sad how bad he is doing nothing but coughing up pucks. We're talking about what, Caulfield? Well, listen, if Caulfield's the only one working out there on the power play, power play sucks. I mean, power play is just no good. You can't blame any one player on the power play. NHL, but we gotta, let's play better and look like we're gonna make the playoffs before we even really, like, why even talk about something that doesn't look like it's gonna happen at this point. Hey, Matt Outdoor, how's it going, man? Good point, Bob. Right? Every team, if Montreal goes shopping, every team knows that they'd be desperate. So price goes up. It's not a good time. And right, especially Montreal, teams don't really want to help Montreal ever. So, yeah, I don't think there's a trade coming. I don't see why there would be. How do we bring in Strome with no cap space? No, they got tons of cap space if you want to use up the cap space on Price, right? Apparently, I'm hearing $12 million right now in cap space, but that $10.5 million goes to Price. If he comes back anywhere in the next couple of months, what do you do if you used it? What do you do to bring him in? So there's not a ton of space, and there's no trades happening. Dylan is Dylan with the Rangers or with Chicago? But either way, they're going to ask for a lot. And why do you want to pay that price when you still haven't evaluated your team? Sean, I agree with you. I don't. It's not the same. It's a different. What's the word I'm looking for? Beast. The KHL is a different beast. It's not the NHL. The NHL is the best league in the world. There's a reason why they say that. All right. Hey, Matt. Say hi to Matt.
What's up, everybody?
You got to add a Y there. I thought of it. We got to be going as Rick and Matty. That's a good enough tie-in to Rick and Morty. We can fool people. Get a lot of free views. You're like, oh, it's Rick and Morty. Oh, I read that wrong. So we came to a conclusion, me and the boys and girls in the chat, that we should dock your pay because you were late. So
all right, fair enough.
I said to them, with what I'm paying him would mean that he'd have to actually pay me money if I dock your pay, right? It means you're in the negative.
Right.
So, yeah, I expect you to send me $5 now. Hey, he didn't say no.
I mean, Rick's the boss. What am I supposed to do?
Extort your employees on air. How's it going?
Red Sox lost.
I heard 9-1.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you.
Not over yet. Just don't know where the hitting went. But
what's the game's
3-2 in favor of the Astros.
Backs against the wall. Yep.
Get Nasty Nate going on Friday.
Yeah, well, I don't envy you for that. Yeah, that's never fun. All right, so we're going to continue on here. Is it the team or the coach? Again, Matt Outdoor can't answer that yet. It's too early to tell.
I sort of can. I'm leaning towards the coach right now.
Give your reasons.
I'm leaning towards the coach.
Give reasons.
No, I mean, like I said during the live, we were watching the game. It's just on paper, this team shouldn't be playing that bad. The fact that they keep trying to dump and chase and it's not working, I mean, that's a coach's tactic. No other way.
But listen, it may turn out that way. I'm not saying no. For me, it's a little early. But with the loss of the leadership, because we were just talking about this before you got in, right? So I think that they need to find a new leadership dynamic. That's one of the biggest problems here. There's no dynamic yet for the leadership. They lost a lot of leadership, right? Mm-hmm. So I just think that I lost my train of thought. What were you saying again? I literally lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no, but I
No,
agree on that point.
coaching.
Yes.
So I think that it's I think that the players themselves can go a long way towards fixing this, so that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the coaching yet. I think there's time for the players to fix this amongst themselves and get the leadership like dynamic going, and I think that could be a big difference. But I still think, in 10, like we talked about last night, 10, 15 games down the road, if this is still the same thing, well, yeah, it's probably the coaching at that point.
Right.
I think 4 games in, I don't know that you can point to anyone yet, really.
Aside from Chris Weidman.
Yeah. Weidman's
I can't not rag on the guy. He's
the
terrible.
new whipping boy. He's the new
can't play
whipping boy.
defense. He can't play defense.
Ben Sherratt probably goes, "Hey, Weidman's my buddy, because now he's the new whipping boy. I get a break."
No, he can't play defense. He just can't. I mean, it's just fact.
Guess who's paired up in practice today?
Who?
Sherratt Weidman.
Oh boy, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, but you know what? I had them together as that, to me, the likely third pairing. If you're gonna have Weidman in there, pair him up with Sherratt, put them on the third pairing. But then Sherratt plays a lot of important minutes, so I don't know how that works. I just hope Weidman doesn't get Sherratt minutes.
Oh my God, I'll have a heart attack. I'll have a stroke.
Yeah,
exactly. My brain will just go
explosion. Where's that picture I have of the head blowing up? That's where it'll be. No, I agree, because it's crazy.
So who's gonna be with Savard? Kulak or Romanov?
Romanov.
And then Kulak Petrie? Exactly what I said.
It's Petrie, and Kulak and Niku were kind of rotating in practice. So we're gonna see Niku, I guess. Niku's 6'1", so Niku's not. He's small statures, like he's not heavy, but he's 6'1".
He's not like 5'10", like Chris Weidman.
Yeah, so there's some difference there. So hopefully that makes a difference. Just sometimes the leverage against the boards that are in front of the net, that few inches in leverage against the player could help. That Weidman doesn't have. So
Weidman gets bullied on the boards. It's kind of embarrassing to watch. Like, he can't do anything. He just gets drilled and loses the puck.
From what I've read about Niku, I don't know that we can expect a ton different, but maybe since the last season, how players get better. Maybe he's changed. Like, who knows? Mm-hmm. We haven't seen him here yet, so hopefully it'll be a difference. Let's see what we're saying in here. Harry says Sherratt will never get a break as long as he sees him on the ice. Sean says Weidman on the power plays. Who he was talking about? Okay, let's go back and see what he was saying. Oh no! Listen, I agree with you, Sean. I agree with you. I'm not sold on him as a power play quarterback either. So it's not like that's any better. So, how much does Sherratt miss Weber? A lot, yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah. Reading something else and I lost it. My mother interrupted me.
Leon Renault, but at least the fans are letting the team know how they feel, and hopefully that'll help. At least we won't have the Toronto Maple Leafs here. Because we're not Maple Leafs fans. We're going to show up. We're not going to show up. Right away, like you said.
They got booed off the ice.
There were 5,000 less fans than capacity. So that's a lot of fans not there.
Yeah.
Harry says, honestly, Kulak Petrie would be a really solid unit. Kulak makes up for Petrie's defensive lapses, and they both have really underrated shots. And they've played well together when they're paired. So I hope it's Kulak paired with Petrie, because they've played well the last 2 seasons when they've been paired together. I thought Kulak was good. And I think Kulak's been okay so far. I'm not saying he's the best, but I think Kulak's been okay. I don't have him as a problem, really. You'll see my video tomorrow. I did a video today. finally did.
Yeah, and they're both good skaters too.
Yeah, so I think Kulak's been fine. And really from Kulak, you kind of don't want to notice him too much out there, right? You don't want to really, because if you're noticing him too much, he's not going to have that much offense that he's going to show up for that. It's mostly going to be bad if you're noticing him a lot, right? So I think he's been doing fine. Triggerman, what is a membership drive? Well, hopefully people will take a membership. If you take a membership, it's you hit the join button and it tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, it's a drive to bolster the membership ranks. That's what it's about.
That was also a perfect moment to play a graphic too,
and to raise funds for the channel. So I mean, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, to get some more members, and then we'll get back to members only live streams and get some more members only videos up.
I found what I wanted to read. It's up a little bit, but it's from NHL Hockey News reports. Well, the Coyotes will have our first pick, so unless the Canes do worse than us. What I want to say on that, the whichever pick, it's a top 10 protected pick. So if for whatever reason we finish in the bottom 10, we keep the pick. They get the Canes pick.
Yeah. So we get
just to clarify that a little bit.
We don't lose our pick; it's protected. Yeah. So let's hope that doesn't come into play, because it'll be a long season if it does.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Matt Outdoor, who are we firing? The coach. Well, they just signed him to a 3-year deal. I doubt they're firing the coach, guys. At the end of the season, it's a different story, but during the season, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Dude,
just like I'm saying, right? 4 games in, he's gonna get a longer shot than that. Right?
No, but like I said, I give it a month. If things aren't changed, then he's gonna be in the hot seat.
You know what? It depends. It depends. What if it becomes that it's not him, it's injuries, and there's a lot of other things, and no, he's not gonna get fired. He's not. They didn't sign him 3-year deal and then carry him for 3 years with another coach in place. He's getting a season. That's my opinion.
Depends on how it goes, because the fans aren't happy now. If this continues, it's really not going to be happy, and someone's going to have to answer for that.
Well, yeah, but you got a lame duck GM. Maybe he doesn't care at that point. He's going to run with it. I mean, I don't know. I'm spitballing, right? I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but
I just have a gut feeling, man. If things don't turn around in a month,
he's going to get a good opportunity, not a short one. Lots of people left the game during the second period. I saw videos of people in the subways and outside the Bell Center last night. They were not happy. No, I know. The stands were very empty, but the attendance was only 16,095. That's 5,000 under capacity. That's a lot. You know, Montreal, if not at capacity, they're usually really close. So that's a lot of people stayed away. Sean, yeah, passing is bad.
Dog shit.
And, you know, that's not the coach.
No.
Players know how to pass. They weren't good at passing last year, and they're not good now. So it's not the coach.
They are atrocious.
There's a lot of things that you could look at and say, you know, the players need to get themselves in gear too. So it's, you know, it's a combination maybe of the two as well.
Whose job is it to get the players in gear?
Yeah, but it's only 4 games in though. So yeah, okay, so it plays into your narrative of
But no, the passing's been atrocious. The passes are either into the defender's skates or to literally nobody.
Or to nobody.
Out into open ice. Literally nobody. The invisible hockey player. And it drives me nuts.
Yep. Like maybe the players need glasses. Maybe. I don't know. I imagine if I was out there without wearing glasses and playing, I'd probably be passing a lot. Well, I'd probably do that anyway. But yeah, anyway. JFAT, I would gladly trade one bad season for a top 3 or 5 pick. Like, LOL, Wright, Lambert, or Miroshenko. Miroshenko. What? How do you say that? Miro Chinchenko?
Yeah,
Chinchenko.
Miroshnichenko.
Miroshenko. All right. Yeah. But like I said, if everyone's saying tank for right, if you're targeting one guy, yeah, well, tanking like that's not going to work. It was Tuesday night versus San Jose. That may have played into it too. No, usually there's still Bob. There's still people there, and you know what? With the ability to go do that now, the fact that it was empty, when people are excited to be able to go out and do this, that's
Yeah.
it's telling if you ask me.
No, I mean it really is. 100%
Who's
agree.
going to pay $200 a ticket to watch garbage? That's a point. That's why people stayed away. The players don't ever look like they care. That's a good point. Anderson is the only one that seems locked in. No, I don't think it's just Anderson, but it's not a lot of players. There were only 5 players on my list that I would say were showing up every night. That's it. And then there were, I think, 5 or 6 players that were playing okay. And then there's 3 guys, there's 3 guys that only had 1 game. So you can't really judge. If you're coming down on Hoffman after 1 game, I mean, that's wrong. He hasn't had any preseason games. I mean, he's in his training camp right now.
Right.
So.
That for me, like Mike, that's fine. I'm not going to harp on him.
Hoffman, Brooks,
he's got to shake the rust off. That's fine.
Yeah, and even Brooks only played 1 game, and then now you're going to laugh at me, but same goes for Montembeault. Montembeault, as much as you might not like what he looked like, had 1 game with a very porous defense in front of him, and I don't know that I'm not going to judge him on that. He needs more. You got to see him a little bit more, and those 3 guys, I don't blame them for what's going on, but imagine if KK scores tomorrow. Yeah, but KK's playing less time than he was playing here. I don't think he has any points. I'm not sure, maybe he has, but he's not lighting it up over there. Although, listen, it's 2 games. Carolina's 2-0. They're playing okay, but KK's not like doing anything to go, oh, wow, look, he's earning his money. But again, 2 games in, so.
Now watch those. They'll show up for that game as up to KK.
Hoffman is junk. You wouldn't have signed him. Why is he junk? He's a proven goal scorer. I don't know how you can knock that.
Preseason. He's rusty as all hell. Like I said, Hoffman, for me anyway, and Brooks, like you said, only had 1 game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna steer clear of them. They need to get some more games under their belt.
If Triggerman, if you're judging Hoffman on last night's game, you're wrong, because 1 game, it's his first game of the season, not even a preseason game. So yeah, I think you're wrong. He's a proven goal scorer. I don't know how you can say he's junk. It's not like he's played 2 seasons and then you go, well, he's 3rd season, he sucks. He's played for a number of years, and he's a proven goal scorer. Suzuki needs to step up. Yeah, definitely. Yep. I don't give Suzuki a pass. He doesn't get a pass.
I think that even like Toffoli, I think, needs to be better.
Yep, they don't get a pass.
Caulfield, I think, has been okay. He's gotten his chances. He's been okay. I want to see more, but
I think Caulfield was good the first 3 games. He wasn't good last night, but he was good the first 3 games.
For me, the Devo line's been okay. I mean, they're the only line that scored.
And they're the only
line. I think that they try when they're on the ice. You know what I mean?
They're the only line that remains intact in the new shakeup.
Yeah.
They're not changed up, so you know that. They're the only good line so far.
Yeah, and for me too, like they look like they try when they're on the ice. Obviously, they got to work on the passing a little bit more, but they do look like they try. Especially Drouin. I think Drouin's been fine. He missed half a season, so again, I think having 2 goals out of him is fine. I'm happy with that.
enough for the team. You
Right.
might have to put your headphones on because I'm hearing myself. Sorry.
That's fine.
Triggerman,
you're good.
Montembeau, how are you judging a guy on one game? I know he wasn't he hasn't played a lot of NHL, but he's a young goalie. You don't know that this season isn't the season that he makes that turn where he starts to play a lot better. You don't know that. We're judging him on one game. He may be an AHL goalie. I agree with you, but I mean, still, I'm not judging him on the one game yet. But I'm not holding my breath though that he's going to be a good backup. I'm not doing that either. But still, you're judging Hoffman on his career to say he's junk. Yeah, okay, but you know what? We need that scoring. We need that one-trick pony for goal scorer and power play. So I don't know. Not to run around Caulfield. Okay.
I also don't know how you could call him junk when he averages like 30 goals a year.
Yeah, well, he's a one-trick pony though. But he gets 30 assists too, so he's not really a one-trick pony.
I'm just saying. But I wouldn't call that junk. That's fine.
Moonlight Cyborg, yeah. Well, we were talking about that. They finally broke up Sherratt Savard. Yeah, we've talked about it. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it'll be better. Should be better. I don't see how it could be much worse, really, right?
Right.
I'm glad too. It only took them, 4 games to make the change. I'm actually surprised they did. So I'm glad.
Mm.
So maybe that's a good sign from Ducharme, right? He didn't wait a ton of time to break up Sherratt Savard. Where I was sure they were going to go. They were just probably play them all year. So, yeah. What was I going to say? Well, I guess I'll run this. Hang on a sec. 5 seconds out of our live stream.
Subscribe and ring that notifications bell. And hey, give a thumbs up.
Boy, that's too low. I got to find a program where I can boost the sound. I haven't got anything to boost any voiceover sound. Yeah, so let's see. Let's get back to you guys. I don't know what else to add here, to be honest with you. It's very disheartening at this point in the season. We had such high hopes, and boy, what do we get? 10 minutes in the first game. 10 minutes. Oh wow, they look so good. And then that's it. It has not been a good moment where we can really be. Oh yeah, since then.
No, I agree.
And last night's game, who was I talking to? I think I was talking to a friend of mine. There wasn't I'm trying to think back at the good highlights from the game, good chances and they almost scored. I don't even think there was any of that. They had a couple of chances, but to say that anything really super exciting where they came that close, I don't remember anything like that last night.
There's one when puck dribbled in and hit the pipe. It was sitting in the crease when no one was there. I mean, Caulfield hit the pipe. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I guess that's it. But I mean, no more exciting than that. I don't know. Harry, yeah, you're right. Audacity, I have that. Yeah, I got to try that because just my voiceovers are too low. I don't know why. And except the one, if you guys watched the pregame show, the hangout one that I did, the intro, which not everybody's seen yet because it's right at the beginning where there's not a lot of people. But that one, for some reason, came out loud. Every other voiceover I do on this mic comes out low. And I don't know why the one came out loud. So, yeah, I'm going to check out Audacity. Thanks, Harry. I appreciate you reminding me. I have it. I've never used that Audacity, but because I never did editing before. I found a really good I used TubeBuddy, and I've been with TubeBuddy for 2.5 years. And TubeBuddy has got this campaign where they're paying their affiliates $100 a video. That's a dedicated TubeBuddy video. So I'm going to do a couple of TubeBuddy videos. And so in researching what I get for my plan, because I'm going to do a video on the plan that I have, I didn't realize what I had. So I found that I had a free membership to a site for sound effects and music and stuff like that. Yeah, so in my opening of the next video, I actually use a sound effect from there. So hopefully that'll help me do what I do. So yeah, discovering new things all the time. Oh, hey, Franco, thanks. I appreciate that. I'll check that out. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I got a story to tell everybody. I was going to tell Matt after, but I'll tell you all. Um, it's a story of an opportunity there and then taken away, and not my fault. So I'm talking to my friend this morning, and for some reason, something we're talking about, I got to go on Twitter to check. So I go on Twitter, and there in blue lights up message. So if you know Twitter, if it's lit up in blue, that's the first time you're seeing that there's that message there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that just arrived since the last time I was on Twitter. I'm on Twitter literally on and off all day, every day. So I go and see what it is. So it's a new request, somebody that's not following me or I follow, right? So I go look, and it's a girl. Her name is Gretel Kahn. And I'm thinking, I get a lot of requests from girls. They want, they think I'm a sugar daddy, right? And I'm about to click it off, and I see followed by the CBC. And I go, followed by the CBC? That would be odd if it's what I think. That's weird. That intrigued me. So, yeah, open it up. So this is a researcher she says she's a researcher for Daybreak, the morning show Daybreak. And they're looking for a Habs fan for a show the next day. And she came across my account, and she was intrigued, and she wants to know if I want to do this. And I'm all freaked out. Oh, I'm going to get this is a great opportunity. Yes. And I see the date that it came in, and it came in October 12th. So 8 days ago. So she sent this to me 8 days ago. That was the day before the season started. I could have been on that, but Twitter didn't deliver the damn message to me till today. So I sent her back a message. I explained to her what happened, and I gave her my email. I just say, if ever happen you need somebody, I'm definitely available. But see, an opportunity lost, and I didn't even know I had the opportunity. So I'm a little upset because that would have been really great for the channel. But what are you gonna do? Why would anyone go on Twitter? I go on Twitter for information. That's really it. I don't really interact with anybody there because it's very toxic, and it's not worth it. The trouble that it causes just to give an opinion. So, but you get a lot of good information because reporters, the teams, there's a lot of announcements there, and so yeah, I go on Twitter for that. But man, it's too toxic to interact with too many people. So, but yeah, I think it's useful for me for that. But yeah, so it's kind of a shame. And maybe I would have gotten on. I got a message Matt at Scotian Canadian. I wonder if they reached out to him instead of me because he was on last playoffs with Steve Dangle. It's not on TV. As far as I know, Daybreak is a radio show, isn't it? They may have an internet version, but I wouldn't be on. I would have been on the phone. I'm quite sure. I mean, the day before, how would they expect me to get there? No, I would think it would have been on the phone. But still, what a great opportunity that would have been for the channel. So hopefully they'll give me a shot next time they need. I figure if Montreal makes the playoffs, they'll probably do that again. So if they didn't find somebody that they were solidly happy with, they might reach out to me. That's what I'm hoping. Twitter, Facebook, and TV are not worth the time. I use Facebook for my videos. That's it. I don't spend a lot of time there. TV, I don't have cable. I pick and choose what I want to watch and where I want to watch it. And Twitter, like I said, I use for information. So To say it's not worth the time, I guess it just depends on what you're using it for. But if you're going there to sit there and interact with the people and think that that's got value to it in your life, I think maybe you're wrong if you think that way, because I don't find a lot of value to it on a personal level. You can keep in touch with friends and stuff and family, yeah. So for that, Twitter, Facebook is rebranding. I saw that today. Facebook's rebranding to a new name coming out soon. So get used to what are they going to call it? Rip-off site, rip-off book. Come here. We need your information so we can make money. Book. Well, I wonder what they're going to call it. I'm a real human. Book. Please believe me. My name is Mark Zuckerberg. I am a real human. I do human being things. I have human-like hair. Where's Waldo? Where's Molson? What do you mean, where's Molson? Is he missing? Getting rid of the F symbol. I don't know what you mean by that, David. I'm sorry, I'm lost. Oh, and Facebook. No, they're rebranding, renaming. It's a total rebrand.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's going to be a new name, not just a new symbol. So I don't know what they're calling it, but yeah, no, I figured it out. But yeah, it's not just a symbol though; it's the name. So maybe they'll call it Spacebook, so that because he's an alien, so now his friends can come down and use the app. Space Alien Book. I can't come up with a good name for it, but somebody come up with a funny name. Someone put out there, I saw a meme, Facebook. I think that's it. Facey McFacebook. That's like Bodie McBoderson. I think that's a good name. Not. Give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. That I'd appreciate, and consider subscribing and ringing that notifications bell, as well as maybe taking a membership if you want. There's no gun to your head because I'm not there. Because if I was there, maybe I wouldn't do something like that. Yeah, I just said Spacebook, but I don't know. It doesn't have the ring I liked. Alien Book. I mean, that guy's an alien, isn't he? I mean, if there's an alien on this planet living amongst us, it's Mark Zuckerberg, don't you think? And apparently, like, this guy micromanages everything. Like, there's nothing that happens on Facebook that he doesn't approve. Yeah. Keeps it in his alien brain. Take me to your leader. Fake book. Now that's good. That's good. Fake book. And listen, you know what? It's just a one-letter change. Not hard to do. Yeah, they should consider that one. We Ruin Your Life book. We know we're damaging to teenagers book. It's a horrible place. I really don't like they use my info, so I use them, I guess, by putting my videos there. It's free. We'll see. Maybe I won't like the new name anyway. So I think we're getting off the hockey topic. So any more hockey questions, or we're going to take off for tonight till next week. I think next week they're not playing Wednesday, so we'll be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think next week's the same as this week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
I think most of the season is pretty much that. Until up to the Olympics, then the season gets squashed. So that, if the Olympics happen, then that could go back to being kind of all over the place. But I think it'll be pretty regular Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday games, and then the odd game on Monday and a Sunday here and there. So we'll see how that works out. And I guess that's it. KK coming to extend the Habs loss. Well, I saw someone's opinion, like, wouldn't it be really so appropriate that Montreal gets their first win against the Canes?
Right.
Wouldn't that be great and kind of appropriate? So you could look at it like that, and it's just as likely, right? One thing's for sure, KK going to get booed.
Oh yeah. Oh, I said that. I said that earlier when I came on too. I said, watch him finally wake up tomorrow when KK's in the building.
Well, it would be kind of appropriate, and it could be good motivation, right? There's definitely a feud between the two teams. There's no doubt. So,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see fisticuffs.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Yeah, going to boot. They're going to definitely boot KK.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because also there's not. He was only here for 3 seasons, so it's not or 4. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point. It's not like he had that 10-year history and he's gone, then he comes back and it'll be cheers. Considering the way he left, he did sign the contract, the offer sheet. Yeah, he's gonna get booed. He's definitely gonna get booed.
Oh, I'd boo him.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't personally. Personally, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't hate him enough to boo him. I don't hate him for that. Unless Dvorak just totally shits the bed for the whole time he's here, then I might hate him. But I don't hate him. He did what he needed to do.
No, I get that.
I mean, I rethought it. I wasn't happy with him at first, but I mean, in the end, he did what he needed to do. I can't blame the guy for that.
I just hope he doesn't think he's going to get that kind of money next year.
Well, listen, for him too, it's only 2 games into the season. It doesn't mean that he can't have a really good season and a strong season. It's just 2 games in. So, if he does have a really good season, he'll get good money. I don't think he'll get $6 million, but I mean, he'll get 4 or 5 million. If he has a really great season, he might get $6 million. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
JFed says, booed by who? From the looks of it, stands will be empty. But there'll be 2,500 in the stands. They'll make it sound like 25,000. You'll see. Isn't that the same when before? The other way around. It doesn't matter how many people are there. He's going to get booed. I mean, I might not boo him if I was there, but he's going to get booed. There's no doubt. Not everybody is like me. Thank God for that, because it would be pretty bad. Triggerman, yeah, I think if they were going to trade for Eichel, they would have traded him, and I think you might have been right too. If they might have decided that if they could get Dvorak, they might have moved KK there to get Dvorak anyway. So, yeah, you can't really blame him in the long run,
Right.
People say that not too much for KK, it's too much for him. Okay, is you have it on both sides? How do you have that? It's not too much for KK, but it's too much for him. You're covering the bases there? Flyers up 4-3 over the Bruins. Not that either of those teams are my favorite. Definitely the Bruins are not. Flyers have never been my favorite team, but I don't really hate them anymore.
My buddy Alex is happy. I can tell you that.
Yep. All right, so I think we're gonna make what's the saying? I want to say a funny saying, and I can't even remember. Yeah, we're like a bride's nighty, and we're no, that's not the same. We're off like a bride's nighty. I used to know the saying, and it's kind of funny, but not the way I say it. So we're gonna take off. We've been over an hour. I want to thank everybody who's been here, and it's been a stupid ending because I don't know what to say at this point. Let's hope Montreal plays a little better tomorrow. I want to say that I expect to see a better game, but do I really? I think I really hope to see a better game. I don't know that I expect to. So I don't know. What do you think tomorrow? What do you think we're going to see?
We're going to see a hockey game being played between two teams. One team will win because that's how hockey works. And
one team's going to wear white and one team's going to wear red.
Right.
That I know for a fact. That's
hockey's going to be played.
Hockey will be played in Canada, indoors, in an indoor rink. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't forget on ice.
On ice. I honestly, I don't know what to expect from them tomorrow.
Neither do I. We'll get whatever the hell we get.
We're gonna get what we get. Corey Parrish has a good one. We're off like a stripper's top. There you go. Maybe that's what it is, though. We're off like a bride's nightie.
We're gonna make like a banana and split.
Yeah, I like the more adult version. It's funnier.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. So, just a shitty way to just sort of just like limp out of this live stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, I'll be. You're not here tomorrow, right?
I actually have no idea yet. I don't know if I'm going out yet.
Okay, well, I'll be back.
I'll text you.
I got the pregame show and the hangout, so I'll be back. Matt may show up. We'll see. It's usually his night off. And, so the game's tomorrow. It's the Carolina Hurricanes at the Montreal Canadiens. And let's hope for the best. I don't know. I don't know what kind of game it'll be. Hopefully they won't stink out the joint. Hopefully, at least, the last game, it was pretty much 3 or 4 minutes into the game, it was over. It was oh my God, this is gonna be a long night. Let's hope for different, and maybe if they're gonna lose near the end, then we can have a better evening of it. And let's see what happens. I don't know.
I just want to see a good competitive game of hockey. I don't want.
Let's hope for that.
Like you said, I don't want it to be over in 2 minutes.
It's a good start, at least, to have at least a competitive game would be a good start, and then go from there. So that's tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you listening to me babble, and Matt as well. And from Rick and Matty and our new adventures of Rick and Matty. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next one. Bye, everybody.
Adios.
And bye, Facebook.